Hey Aquarius, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at the month ahead, so October 2023. I do want to just let everybody know there may be some delays in my uploads for the next couple of weeks. I am super busy moving house at the moment, as well as it being school holidays here in Australia. So I do have my child home from school, so not quite as much time to be doing everything that I want to be doing or need to be doing at this time. So I have temporarily stopped the third All Signs video of the week as well. So I will not be uploading on a Sunday for the near future. Okay, but hopefully that'll all get sorted out very, very soon and we can get back to our regular schedule. Okay, so I am sorry for any delays that we're experiencing at the moment. But for our monthly reading, we are looking at obviously October 2023. I do have the Dream Lenormand for the main component. I also do have the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, as well as that new Love Oracle deck, the Soul Connection When Two Hearts Meet deck. Okay, so getting straight on into it for you, I do like to divide the month up by start, middle, and end. So we'll be looking at it in that manner. Okay, what's going on for Aquarius in October 2023? October 2023 for Aquarius, please. Okay, so start of the month, we do have the lavender card coming through. Okay, that does say surround yourself with love. So you can see, lavender, we've got some beautiful plants and lavender hanging there, but also spending time with, loved ones and, even the cat is in that image as well. So surround yourself with love. Okay, so whether that's people, just that loving sort of vibe within yourself, making sure love is a big component for you this month. It's obviously something, that energy that you need to surround yourself with. Okay, Aquarius? Middle of the month, we do have expectations. So that does say, don't seek anyone's approval. All right. So it's bringing to mind something that I do say a lot of the time is, it's easier to ask forgiveness than ask permission sometimes. So sometimes we, need to just do what we need to do, and we can worry about how other people feel about it afterwards. If we need to do that for our highest good, don't worry about finding anyone else's approval to do that. Okay, you live your own life how you need to do it, not to suit other people. Then at the end of the month, we do have the Thorns card there. So that does say, weave together the crown that you deserve. All right, so what a beautiful message. Weave together the crown that you deserve. So, stripping those thorns from the flowers and making yourself a crown out of that anyway. Okay, we'll have a look here with the Lenormand Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius in October? Okay, I'm just going to need some clarification for those. Can I just get clarification for Aquarius and October? Clarification cards for Aquarius, please. Yeah, the first one and the last one, please. I'm seeing a bit of a flow through story going on for October here for you. What's most important for Aquarius to know for the month of October? What's most important for Aquarius? Important message for Aquarius October. Okay, so pardon me. At the start of the month, we do have the Fox card, and that has been clarified by the bed card. Okay, so the bed is a unique card to this particular deck. It does bring to mind quite a few things, spending time in bed with somebody. Definitely could be this fox energy that we're talking about here. So the fox energy in that reference of, in bed with a fox. So it's kind of like the fox is usually that player type energy, casual connections, physical connections, where you're sort of only sort of worrying yourself with getting what you want out of the situation, not necessarily, pulling through anything long term out of that. So we definitely could be looking at a physical intimacy type connection here. What else do we do in bed other than rest, which that is the alternate meaning that we're seeing here as well, is the restful side of the bedroom. Okay, so we've got the physical activity is definitely coming through as a potential there, with that fox energy. I do feel though that fox energy is more about you yourself, you being a bit of a player if you need to, Aquarius. Not feeling like, once again, I'm getting drawn to that. Don't seek anyone's approval. Do what you need to do for yourself. If that involves you being a little bit of a player at this time, who are we to judge? You know yourself better than anyone. And we all have our own, we do get strongly with the fox, is it's meeting your own needs and getting your own needs met. Focusing on your own survival, being very independent spirited, and once again, saying what you need to say, saying what people saying what you need to say to get what you want, kind of a deal, coming through there. So it definitely could be talking about you sort of being a little bit in that energy of really just worrying about your own needs and getting your own needs met, and not worrying about anything sort of more long term. It definitely could be talking about shorter term, physical connections, and getting that sort of side of yourself, because we all have that side of ourselves, and it can be quite important sometimes to have all those aspects fulfilled, okay, however that plays out in your particular scenario. All right. For others of you, that definitely could be talking about, letting you know that there is somebody around you at the start of October who is a little bit of a player type energy, that they're only focused on their needs getting met, and they're very independent, and focused on their own survival, and whatnot as well. But I do feel for majority of you, this is talking more about you yourself. But we also do see that with the fox energy being very independent, and focusing on their own survival, that it definitely could be talking about making sure we get all the rest we need as well, because this particular fox sort of curled up on that bed of clouds there. So it really could talk about you sort of relaxing, hiding away in your little, foxhole, and making sure you are getting the rest that you need. So for some of you, this definitely is talking about, really, really taking time to yourself to sleep. Okay, so if you're like me and you're quite busy, and have a lot of things on, we may be sort of needing some naps, or something, or some more rest, being a bit more mindful to make sure your body and mind are rested. Okay, so sometimes it really depends on you individually as well, because for some of us out there, like me, the bed is somewhere where you do need to make sure you're getting X amount of sleep, and sleep is your favorite thing to do. That's definitely me. I do love a good nap. But for others of you, you can actually get that same, resting your body kind of energy from the more physical experiences in the bedroom as well. So it really depends on you yourself, and what is going to leave you feeling more fulfilled, and like you're taking care of yourself. So for some of you, taking care of yourself comes down to making sure we actually have some sleep and some decent rest this month. But for others of you, it's more about making sure our needs are fulfilled, rather than actual sleep. Okay, so you're going to know for yourself which side of that spectrum you kind of lay on. And which side of the bed do you want to lay on today? So we may also see some of you having that sort of compromise of both happening as well at the start of October, and kind of saying, okay, leave me alone for a few days. I need to sleep for a few days. And then, okay, you can come back around now and keep me awake for a few days or whatever, So, but we are seeing in the middle of the month, a sudden unexpected change coming through with that scythe energy. So I dare say that for those of you who that is an external fox energy, where they are the sort of player type person that you have around you, there may be just sort of some sudden change, a break from that energy, and sort of moving away from that relationship pretty quickly. So I do sort of feel that that's going to end pretty suddenly. It is just sort of a temporary thing, get you through, get your needs met, and keep on going from there on out. So I do sort of feel for majority of you that middle of the month is going to just change things around, change your change you around a little bit emotionally, so that you're starting to focus on other things. You've gotten that sorted, and then you decide to sort of break away from that. I feel for a lot of you breaking away from that yourself, and just sort of deciding, okay, I've had my fun, now I'm going to go do this or that. Okay, but it can also talk about just a random, unexpected thing happening in the middle of the month. So for a lot of you, this is actually like something totally different. It may not be that particular fox energy for some of you there. It may just be something sort of shocking, unexpected happening in the middle of the month. It's not actually feeling like anything hugely dramatic in a negative sense. It's just feeling like you're having a bit of a fun start to the month, a restful start to the month, and then we are having a big change from whatever that the start of the month has brought us. So if you've had a beginning of October where it's been very busy, very sex filled, toward the middle of the month, we are just going to suddenly change our minds. We don't want that anymore. We're going to move on, or vice versa with the restful energy. You may sort of find yourself at the start of October being very restful, wanting a lot of extra sleep, having those naps, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the month, you're like, oh, I'm all good. I'm going to go, something might occur that you all of a sudden you need to be super busy all of a sudden. It is something all of a sudden, but it's not feeling like anything necessarily, negative at all. But what we do want to watch out for there is at the end of the month, I do have the cross coming through, and that was actually clarified by the whip. All right, so that does let us know that at the end of the month there is going to be some sort of burdensome quarrel, some sort of burdensome trouble or tension or drama, just a bit of a challenge coming through with that. So it really does, with the cross being the main energy there. It does feel like there's a strong sense of spiritual, religious aspects with the cross, and it's kind of that cross to bear. So, and it does talk about destiny as well. So whatever this tension is, whatever this troubling thing or quarrel, like it definitely can be like a bit of a fight with somebody at the end of the month there, and it's just leaving you feeling just a little bit extra burden on top of your shoulders. But it's actually destined for this path. It's something that's sort of destined to happen, destined in the sense of, even if it's coming across as, a tension or trouble or a fight with somebody, it kind of is part of what needs to happen. Okay, so I know that sometimes we don't like to hear that, but it's something that is actually for your highest good, because it's going to really help you, break free of any negative energy, and move on from that. So sometimes we do find that, especially too, I'm getting drawn to back to that oracle there, that expectations oracle, where it does say don't seek anyone's approval. So I do feel as though there's somebody somebody in your life who has high expectations on you, and you you don't want to ask them for their approval, because you know that they're not going to, really, be on the same wavelength as you. And so you may end up having a little bit of a quarrel with this person over something where you have not met their expectations. But I am just getting that, that judgment kind of coming from that person's energy, that they that this is why this is supposed to happen, because they need to understand that you are your own person, and they can't place those expectations on you, Aquarius, that you're going to be your own person, regardless of what expectations they try to put on you, that they can't, that you don't need their approval. You're a full grown adult all by yourself. Pardon me. So I am just feeling that, yeah, it's just, and that's the reason why it's destined to happen, because, if you do have someone in your life who is a little bit of a, negative Nancy or whatever, when it comes to, they're very judgmental of you and your actions and whatnot, they, to put it harshly, they do need to be put in their place. And that's why this fight needs to happen between you and this person. Okay, because it will actually help improve the situation. So on the other side of all that, it does feel like it will sort of improve the situation, because then what we're seeing as your important message is, it's kind of like coming through as advice, is that, we do have the anchor here as well as the flowers. So it's really talking about you standing strong in who you are, stable in who you are. Don't allow this burdensome stuff to weigh you down. Allow it to hold you secure and steady in, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do, whether you like it or not, kind of vibe is what I'm getting from that anchor. It's you holding yourself stable, you being the anchor of, this is me. I'm not going to change just because you don't approve of that. If you don't approve of me, then that's something that it's kind. I'm getting that. What I'm getting that it's sounds like a you problem. You know what I mean. So I'm sorry to be so blunt about this person's energy, but that's kind of how I am interpreting that energy. It's kind of coming across that, you may need to be a little bit blunt with this person about, just because that's your expectation doesn't mean that that's what I want for my life. And standing your ground, and standing firm in who you are, and what you want in this world, not what someone else's approval is telling you that they want of you. Really standing firm, and this is me. This is what if I want to do that, I'm going to do that. Even if you don't like it, that's me. Like, I'm kind of just getting that, getting drawn to that idea of, like, when you're a teenager, and your parents trying to tell you what to do, and you're like, oh, hang on, I'm going to do what I was a very rebellious teen, so maybe that's just me. But we also have the bouquet, all right? So that really does talk about, giving and receiving. So giving out what you want to receive, all right? So if you if this person is, giving you these strong expectations and whatnot, just reacting to them in the sense of, you know what, I can still give you energy, time, love, without that being a factor. Like, without, this is who I am. You can either take what I'm giving to you, which is my time, my energy, my love, or you can, you don't have to reciprocate that. That's fine. Like, we can work that out, but it really does. I'm getting drawn to the idea of, giving what you want to receive. So back to that particular oracle, the lavender one there, where it does say surround yourself with love. So if you're not receiving love from this person, don't surround yourself with that person. If you don't like what you're receiving, if you don't like the expectations or approval you're receiving from somebody, give your time and energy to somebody else who is giving you what you need. And it's a return thing. It's like you give them something and they give you something, and it's like, what is asking you to really think about, what is that person giving you by being so, judgmental of you, and having such high expectations of you. Are they actually doing it because that's their own personal beliefs, or are they doing it because they are looking out for you? There's a total difference. Okay, so are they giving you that advice out of love, or are they giving you that advice out of their own personal, you know, life points, or whatever, so it's just asking you to think about that a little bit. Are they giving you what um they receive from you? Like, is it equal give and take between you and that person, or do they just constantly give you expectation on top of expectation on top of expectation on top of judgment on top of disapproval, and you're here trying to prove that, like, support them, and you don't have those same expectations on them. It's just really feeling like there's sort of a one-sided thing going on with that person, and they're just giving you a lot of disapproval, and it's not on par with what energy you're giving to them. So really just needing to look at that situation, and you know and that's exactly why that's coming out with that fight needing to happen. All right, because we're needing to address it. Sometimes we do need a bit of conflict, even though no one likes conflict, but sometimes it's necessary to move things to a better place and actually address the issues that are occurring. Okay. All right, so we'll have a look at love, romantic love for Aquarius in October, please. Romantic love for Aquarius in October. Okay, so we do have power coming through. That does say the power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. So whoever this fox energy, those of you who are, involving yourself in some small casual connections, you are going to have a very strong passion, and it's going to feel that very magnetized attraction, a lot of attraction coming through with that power card. Okay, so we do also have embrace. All right, that does say embrace what destiny has in store for you. So this is linking up with that cross energy where, maybe sometimes you do need to embrace the conflict in order to move through it. Okay, and embrace your feelings about that conflict and about what conflict and how that conflict needs to occur, in order to, what outcomes do you want from that conflict. Okay, we also have universe. And that says the universe is guiding you to that special person. Allow everything to take its natural course. All right. So we aren't necessarily seeing any huge big, oh, you're going to meet your soulmate in October or anything like that. Although I did just do a person on your mind and a soulmate type reading last weekend as well. So you may want to check those out. But I do feel as though, just going with the flow in October, you may be guided to that special person, after October. Okay, so allowing things to take their natural course. And so there's just some other little things you need to finalize and get through before we can worry too much about, the long-term stuff. Okay, so not to say that, if you are already in a connection, there's definitely the possibility that is that, but it's really just allowing things to take their natural course at this time. So not pushing anything over October, not rushing anything, or pushing anything to start leveling up, or anything like that. Just letting things take their natural course during October, and then sort of we'll check back in at the end of October and see how the next month is going for you. It may we may see some more changes coming through for that, more aimed toward love for you there. But these changes coming through do seem to be a little bit more about, especially with those expectations sort of cards there. And I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is like a family member or a friend, somebody a little bit more on a platonic level, not really a love connection as such, although it definitely could be. But I just feel as though this disapproval energy seems to be more of a an older parental type figure, a family type figure. So it may be a brother or sister, or a friend that you spend some time with, that is, this person that's giving you those expectations. All right. So very interesting. Anyway, let me know if you know who that person is that has these high expectations of you. Is it a parental figure? I did have that example of the teenager fighting with the parents kind of energy. But like I said, that does feel, that may only be one or two of you, that it is actually a parent. But you never know. But let me know if that resonates for you, and hopefully we'll see you all again soon. Thank you for your time.